Another one?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we're going to rejoice and we're going to be glad in it. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are coming on, please do your boy a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We're live in his house right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And this is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to go ahead and rejoice and be glad in it. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody. Please let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live. We are live. Listen, while you're hitting that like button, that share button, tagging Lolly Dolly everybody, I also want you to drop in the comments what city you're watching us from. Come on, rep that city. Wherever you're watching us from, please drop that city in the comments. It ain't just for you and for me, it's for people who come on during the show and even after the show to watch the replay to see who's watching the show and where they're actually watching the show from. Some of y'all that are entrepreneurs, you're ministers, you're go-getters, you're networkers, you're looking at building a relationship and expanding your base. Sometimes it's good for people to know where you at and who you are so that if in fact they want to connect with you, they know how to connect with you. So please hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody. Even if you with Elon Musk and the Martians on Mars, tag another Martian and let them know we are live in the house today. We have an awesome discussion that we're going to have. Please keep in mind, if you have any questions during the course of the show, feel free to look in the comments. We put all of our information in the comments during the show to make it accessible and easy for you to pull that information that we're sharing with you. But you can dial 678-922-1963 extension number 1. That's 678-922-1963 extension number 1. If you call that number, if you call 678-922-1963 extension 1, guess what? It's coming directly to my cell phone. I'm going to answer the phone on the live, and I'm going to give you the business while we live. So welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. Just in case you don't know, now you know. My name is Ramon Preston. I am the host, and every Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock noon, with the exception of me being late from time to time, with the exception of me going on vacay from time to time, like I was on last week. We here every Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock noon. And when we are here, we're bringing you information that is a direct extension of our organization as a consulting firm, as a coaching firm, as a training firm for business, for finances, for real estate investing. We come to you to bring you that information to really help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and even your wealth building dreams. And so this is the spot. This is the one-stop shop, whatever it is that you need for your business, for your ministry, for your income, for your wealth building. We're going to give you the game right here. And so today, I'm going to be talking about results and roadblocks. Just in case you missed yesterday's show, which was awesome, I gave 8 of the biggest coaching takeaways. For those of you that don't know, 2 weeks ago, not 2 weeks ago, what was it? 2 months ago. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. Am I still on vacation? 2 months ago, we're talking about the beginning of April, 2 months ago, we launched a 1-year business coaching program. A 1-year business coaching program. Prior to launching this 1-year business coaching program, we had a 90-day coaching program that we were offering our clients. And we had clients that were a part of our 90-day coaching program. And even though it was just 90 days, 3 months, it was so impactful because I put so much content and so much effort and so much time into these 90 days that it was really helping a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business owners and people who were joining the program. It was really helping them start and structure and scale their businesses, their ministries, their income streams, and for a few people, all of the above. And so as a result of the success that we had with our initial 90-day coaching program, we all decided, my team and I decided collectively to launch a 1-year business coaching program, which was basically me taking my 90-day coaching program and extending it for 4 90-day terms, but for the same price. And since then, within the last 2 months, we've had pretty much 30 people. I actually counted the number yesterday, and we have 30 people who committed fully to our 1-year 90-day coaching program. And I'm looking to bring as many more on as we possibly can throughout the month of June, because we're going to close that 1-year coaching program up after this month is over. That means we've left it open for at least 90 days. And so after this month, we're going to close that out, and we're going to go back to our 90-day business coaching program. And those who are in the 1-year business coaching program, we're just going to dump as much information, as much training, as much support as we possibly can to help them continue to scale their businesses and their income streams. Now, one of the reasons why I'm bringing that up is because yesterday on the show, I gave somewhat of a two-month checkpoint, and I took the 8 biggest takeaways from our coaching program thus far. And so today I'm going to be talking about results and roadblocks, because this is one of the things that I do as a consultant and as a coach. And this is what we implement in our business coaching program. And that's basically the strategic process of identifying with the results that you want to achieve and the roadblocks that are hindering you from achieving those results. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about results and roadblocks. Now, if you're a part of our business coaching program, or if you have received any type of consultation services from us, you're probably a little familiar with the terms results and roadblocks. Okay, but if you're not, I think it'll be good for you to get a pen and get a pencil, and let's kind of use this as a moment of consulting, if you will. Okay, let's walk through this process together, because I already know if you've never had a consultant for business, if you've never had a coach for business, if you've never had a consultant for your finances or a coach for your finances, I'm not talking about a life coach. I'm not talking about a spiritual coach. I ain't talking about some advisor that's just giving you some wisdom on things that you can do. If you've never experienced having a business and financial consultant and coach, then there are things concerning your business, concerning your finances, concerning your income, concerning your wealth building. There are things that you just missed. There are things that you just overlooked. There are things that you may have not paid attention to, because it requires people who have the competencies in those areas to help you identify with the things that you're going to overlook, with the things that you're going to miss, just things that you're not going to pay attention to. And so I want to use this show as an opportunity today to give you a chance to really peel back some of the layers, not just of the results that you want to achieve in your business, in your finances for the second half of this year, but also the roadblocks that are hindering you, that are in the way, that's keeping you from achieving those things in your business and in your finances. So again, if you have any questions that you would like to ask with regard to starting, structuring, or scaling your business, your ministry, your income, or any other strategies or ideas you have as an entrepreneur, feel free to take the number that we have in the comments or just call 678-922-1963 extension 1, and I will be more than happy to answer your question. That's what this platform is all about. We have people at this point all over the world that reach out to us almost on a daily basis, y'all. I ain't gonna cap and say every day, because some days we don't get nobody reaching out to us. But for the most part, most days we get people reaching out to us. And a lot of people are coming from watching our show. A lot of people are coming from ads that we run. A lot of people are coming from just them Googling and searching information on the internet or on YouTube and even on other social media sites, and we popping up. So this information that I share with you is vital to your success, because I already know you want to be successful. There's no way you don't want to be successful. There's no way that you want to just wake up every day and live your life in debt, live your life with bad credit, live your life from paycheck to paycheck, live your life struggling, wishing, wondering, hoping, and praying for something to happen and never seeing it happen. And so I want to help you. I want to give you the tools that you need. And if you have questions and things that you just need answers to, I want you to reach out to me. And I'm going to have a special offer for you by the end of the show that you can take advantage of, but it's going to have to happen today. So let's take a look at results and roadblocks. Now, these are two different things that we're going to be dealing with today. We're going to deal with results, and we're going to also deal with roadblocks. Okay? I like to start with the results even before we get into the roadblocks, because everybody wants results. I think we can all agree on that, right? And everybody has roadblocks. I think we can all agree on that. If you don't think you got both of those happening in your life, let me help you understand how I know you do. If there are things in your life, or let's just be more specific, if there are things in your business, in your finances that you want to achieve, if you want to do better in business, if you want to do better financially, that means there are results you anticipate to see. All right, now let's look at the other side. In your business, are there things that's hindering you? Are there things that's stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve? Are there things that you've set out to do in your business that you ain't been able to do? Are there things in your money and your finances with your credit that you set out to do that you ain't been able to do? See, we in month 6 right now of 2021. So we closing out the second half of this year. And you already know, even in the midst of a pandemic, even in the midst of this global pandemic that's taken place, some people have still figured out a way to navigate through what seemed to be roadblocks that has kept them from getting to where they wanted to go. But a lot of people are still stuck. A lot of people are still trying to figure out, how do I break through? How do I take my idea? How do I take my vision? How do I reset and restart my life, especially if you was having a problem doing it before the pandemic? So now that we're almost a year and a half, pretty much a year and a half in this pandemic, right? But now we're moving into the second half of 2021. We got to figure out, how can we push that restart button? How can we push that reset button? And how can we move into the things that we know we're supposed to be achieving in our business and in our finances? All right? So for those of you that are in agreement with me so far, here's what I want you to do. I want you to type in the comments, results and roadblocks. Type in the comments, results and roadblocks. Please do that for me. I want you to type in the comments, results and roadblocks. We all have both. We all have both. We all have results that we want to achieve, and we all have roadblocks that are trying to keep us from achieving the results we want to achieve. And we want to flesh that out today. We want to figure that thing out. Please drop in the comments, results and roadblocks. Results and roadblocks. So now I want to use the principle of 3 with both of these topics, or with both of these items. The principle of 3, okay? I want to use the principle of 3. And what I mean by that is, when it comes to results, I want you to take a moment to write down or jot down, or at least memorize. You should be writing it down though, or type 3 results you want to achieve by December the 31st. Let's just keep it simple. All right, we're in June, day 1, and now we're approaching the second half of 2021. So between June 1st and December 31st, we want to use the principle of 3 with these results and with these roadblocks. So I want you to write down, jot down, type 3 results you want to achieve. Now, here's what I want you to do. I don't want them to be personal. We're not talking about personal results. Oh, I want to be fine by August. We ain't talking about personal results. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about personal stuff. We're not talking about physical stuff. We're not talking about that. I want to get my body fixed, or I want to get my toes done, and I want my teeth done, all that kind of stuff. We ain't talking about that. We talking about business and finance, okay? Right? So 3 results. What are 3 results? Let me give you some examples. Number 1, some of you may want the result of being full-time in business. So I'm going to walk you through this process, and I'm going to use my own scenario, okay? Let's say if one of your business results by December the 31st is you want to be full-time in business. I guarantee a lot of y'all listening to me want that. Full-time in business. So that means you want to be able to wake up every day as of December 31st, 2021, and do what you want to do. I wonder how many of y'all really want that. If you want that, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. I want you to drop a 1 in the comment and say, yep, that first one, that's for me there. Dog, you own it. I want that. What you over there doing? Dropping a 1 in the comments? You fired. You done got back off a hiatus for a couple of days, and you fired. Day 1. I want you to drop a 1 in the comments if that's one of the business results. So when you're writing down these 3 results, I want you to write down results with regard to your business and or to your finances. It really should be both. So let's say one of your results is, I want to be full-time in business. All right. Then you may have a result that you want to generate a certain amount of revenue. Right? There may be a certain dollar amount that you want to generate in your business, even while you're working towards being full-time. You may have a financial result that you want to achieve by December the 31st, which may be, I want to be out of debt, or I want my credit score to be 800. Okay? These are business and financial results. Again, we're not talking about, I want to be more spiritual, and I want to read the Bible through and through by December 31st, and I want to speak in tongues by Christmas, and all that kind of stuff. All that's good, spiritual and physical and mental and emotional and psychological. I want to be married. We're not talking about all that, because you could be speaking in tongues, you could read the Bible 3 times by the end of the year, you could be booed up and still broke. See, we want to prevent that. We want you to be married, speaking in tongues, full of the Holy Ghost, reading your Bible through and through, and have the bag. That's good. We want you to be rich and anointed. That's what we're talking about. But you can't be rich and anointed if you just anointed and you're not focusing on, okay, well, what do I got to do to get rich? What do I got to do to get my business and my finances situated? So I want these results to be reflective of your business and your finances, okay? So in my scenario, I put down for number one, let's say in business, the first result I want is to be full-time in business. Number two, I want to make a certain amount of money. Let's say if you want to make 100 grand by the end of the year. Okay. Number three, let's say you want an 800 credit score. Okay. So those are three results that you wrote down. Now, before we get into the roadblocks, you're going to have to do what I always recommend and pound on people to do. You got to start doing the math now. See, when you start writing these goal type results down that you want to achieve, the next thing that you got to get into is the mathematics behind it. Because if you just write this down, think about it. If I just write down, oh, I want to be in full-time business by December 31st. I want to make 100 grand by December 31st. I want to have an 800 credit score by December 31st. Just writing that down doesn't necessitate it happening. It doesn't even mean anything is going to change in your business or in your finances. But what begins the process of change and transformation with those things you wrote down is you beginning to do the math and understand the metrics and the numbers behind these statements that you're making, behind these results that you anticipate to achieve. So for example, let's look at the first result that you want, full-time in business. How do we do the math on that? Well, you got to look at your current quality of life. And you got to see how much does it cost for you to live based on your current quality of life. So that means how much money do you have to pay every month just to live, even with a job or with a business? What are your current bills? So that means, watch this. If it takes $3,000 a month for you to live, right? If it takes $3,000 a month between your apartment or your house, your car, your insurance, your kids, all your other bills, utilities and expenses, let's say it takes $3,000 for you to live. Well, that means when it comes to you being full-time in business, you have to be able to make enough money to not only cover your $3,000 a month bills, but you also have to have enough cushion coming through in your business to feed your business so that it can live and survive and take care of itself. And perhaps you might need some extra money to set aside so that you could start building a reserve for your business so that you're not pressed a year from now, or you're not like in a deficit when you have a slow month. So that means in order for me to be full-time in business mathematically, we're not talking about spiritually, we're not talking about in the Holy Ghost, we're not talking about in theory, we're not talking about hypothetically or philosophically. In order for me to be in full-time business by December the 31st, I have to put my business in a position that it needs to generate minimum, like worst case scenario, the amount that I need to live. If that's, let's say, $3,000 a month, then how much money does it take for my business to run? Now you got to do the math on that. I got websites, I got domains, I got marketing, I got vendors that I have to pay, products that I have to buy as inventory. Now you got to count up the cost on what does it take every month to run your business. And I know people right now who have small businesses who make very little money in their business, but even with small businesses that make very little money, they still don't have an idea what the costs are associated to keeping their businesses going every month. Most people don't think about their annual renewal with the Secretary of State. Most people don't think about phone bill for their business or domain name or email. Most people don't think about all this stuff. And what happens is they don't think about it because they're always looking for a cheap, cheesy way out. So you run a business. Let me give you an example. This kind of shade right here. This is my shade moment. You run a business and your email address is Yahoo. It's because you're being cheap. You're being cheesy. You need to have a domain and have an email with your domain. Okay? You run a business and then we go to your website and we see Wix pop-up ads. It's because you didn't pay for the premium service to remove ads. These are things that you got to think about because these are costs associated to running your business. You can't be in full-time business and you still got a Yahoo email. Am I making sense to anybody?
It makes sense.
There's no way you're going to be around here talking about, I'm going to be in full-time business with a Yahoo email or a Gmail email or Excite email, whatever your email address. It needs to be info@ramonpreston.com. So I got somebody out that works for me. I got people that I hire and I'm telling them, well, in order for you to work for me, you got to use your own email. So I'm going to hire John and his email is john@hotmess.com. And he working for a real legitimate company. Can't nobody take that person serious. So when you think about being in full-time business, let's say if that was one of your results, then you got to count up the cost. How much money does it take for you to live? What is the current quality of your life? How much money does it cost for you to live? Like, if you just did the math, like I've done this so many times with people, I have sat down with people and have assessed their situation financially, and they were shocked to find out that, oh wow, all it takes for me to be in full-time business is $3,000 a month or $2,600 a month or $3,400 a month or $4,900 a month. But even if you're not making that, you're not looking at it like, oh, I ain't making $4,000 a month on my job. Well, we're not planning on being on that job for the next 30 years. We plan on being in business. So when you write your results down, you need to do the math on those results. Okay, so I want you to use the principle of 3. What goals or what results do you want to achieve within the next few months leading up to, let's say, the end of the year? You should have a business result that you want. You should have at least one financial result that you want. You may have 2. I say at least 3. You need to have at least 3. I like to use the principle of 3. And so the 3 that I wrote down, just to give you an example, is my business result. Number 1, to be full-time in business. Result number 2, to make $100,000. That could be between a job or that could be between a business. It could be both. But we're not concerned about where that $100,000 is coming from. We just want to make sure we wrote that down to know I want to make $100,000 by December 31st. And then result number 3 is to have an 800 credit score. Once you write those 3 results down using the principle of 3, then you need to start doing the math. You need to start doing the calculations on each of those results. So if it's full-time in business by December 31st, then you got to look at your quality of life. How much does it cost for me to live? And what are the costs associated to my business? Because remember, you may say, okay, it costs $3,000 to live. So if my business make $3,000, then I can be full-time in business. No, you can't. Because your business may cost $1,000 just to run. Because you might have to buy products. You have to give away stuff for free. You gotta give refunds to people. You gotta give rebates. You got to provide offers. You got to give away stuff. So all these things you got to factor into that number, where if it's $3,000 for you to live and it's $1,000 for your business to run, that may mean you need $5,000. 3 for you, 1 for the business, and then 1 as cushion just in case 2 people bump their head, their checks bounce, they don't pay you this month, they get lost and missing, you got to give a refund. All these things happen, okay? And that number of risk goes up depending on what type of products and services you provided. Because it could be products that are faulty. I have that problem. Like even with our online store, we sell apparel on our online store and we sell other products on our online store. Sometimes when we get shipments in, the products are not good. the products are flawed. So that means that was money that we spent that we ain't gonna be able to retrieve, at least until we ship that back to the warehouse and tell them we need our money back, which then they either give us our money back or just give us a credit on our account. So these are the things that you got to think about. So I want you to write down 3 results that you want to achieve by December the 31st. If you have a business result that you want to achieve, it could be a job, a different type of job that you want to achieve. It could be a certain amount of money you want to achieve. It could be something with your credit you want to achieve, but make sure it's with regard to business and finance. Make sure that it's economic in nature. A lot of times when you try to mesh all your goals and your dreams together and these results together that make up spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, and then you try to add the professional and the financial in it, it really waters down and dilutes it. Because what happens is I've known people to write down this whole list of things that they want to achieve in a certain amount of time. And they write down 10 things. And 8 of the 10 things are all spiritual and relational or personal. And then they got 2 things on there that's like economic. That's like business and financial. If you only got 2 things out of 10 things that's on a list that you want to achieve that are economic or financial and business, when you start not paying attention to certain things on that list, which things are you gonna lose interest in? Those 2? Because you're gonna be focusing on, I gotta get my weight up. I gotta get my body right. I found me a dentist. I found a ear, nose, and throat person. You going through all this stuff and you done forgot about getting that bag. So you gotta separate the business. You got to separate the financial. You got to separate the economic results that you want to achieve. All right. So let's look at the roadblocks. How do you identify with the roadblocks using the principle of 3? Well, you need to identify with at least 3 things that are in the way. So now you want to write down under roadblocks, what are the 3 things in my way? Think about it. So let's look at the 3 results that you wrote down. Full-time business, $100,000 by December 31st, and an 800 credit score. Well, write down 3 things that are blocking you from achieving that. What's blocking me? One of the things might be your lifestyle. Think about that. Your lifestyle can be a roadblock. Your lifestyle can be a roadblock. What do you mean by my lifestyle can be a roadblock? Mm-hmm. Your lifestyle can be a roadblock. How can your lifestyle be a roadblock? Here's how your lifestyle can be a roadblock. Your lifestyle can be a roadblock because you're trying to live like you got what you don't. Okay? You're trying to live like you got what you don't. In other words, instead of you living your wage, you try to live based on what other people perceive to be success for yourself. So that means you try to wear your money. You try to drive your money. You try to live in your money. You try to adorn yourself with accessories with your money, as opposed to just not necessarily compromising, but modifying your lifestyle momentarily until you can achieve the results you set out to achieve. So like, for example, there was a time I wanted me and my wife to be full-time in business. I wanted us to be able to wake up every day and not just say we own our own business and that we're working our own business every day, but to actually be generating enough money that we can be paid from our business and not struggle and have the same level of security being paid from our business as we would if we were working somebody else's job. But in order for us to do that, we had to not only identify with the results we wanted, we had to look at identifying with our roadblocks. So what exactly was in the way that was keeping us from being full-time in business to the extent that our business can pay us the same way a job would pay us if we were working jobs? Well, that means we had to take a look at our lifestyle. That means we had to take a look at our cost of living. That means we had to take a look at our understanding of debt and credit. That means we had to take a look at our schedules, at our goal setting. So there are so many things that we had to look at that were potential roadblocks. They were hindering us from achieving certain results. So I want you to write down 3 roadblocks that are actually keeping you from achieving the results. All right. So if I were to write down 3 results that I want to achieve by December 31st, full-time in business, $100,000 and an 800 credit score. Now I got to do the math on all 3 of those. I got to do the metrics. I got to figure out how much money or what are the costs associated to me being in full-time business. How much money do I need to generate every 30 days in order to be full-time in business and be able to pay my bills and not struggle? How much money do I need to generate every month in order to see $100,000 by December 31st? How much money do I need to generate to pay off debt and to fix and repair my credit so that I can see an 800 credit score by December 31st? So all that is math. That's way more than just hypotheticals. That's way more than just philosophical statements. That's way more than you just decreeing and declaring and naming and claiming stuff, thinking that somehow it's just going to happen. But then on the other side of that result list, I have to put a list of roadblocks. What's keeping me from being in full-time business? And like I said, most people, what's keeping them from being in full-time business, what's keeping some people from moving out of a job or out of the workforce and moving into full-time entrepreneurship to the extent that they can get paid and have the same level of security they do on their job, what's keeping them from that is their lifestyle. What's keeping them from that is their mindset, because you can't start a business and you still thinking like an employee. You still making financial moves and professional moves and business moves like an employee. You've got to change your mindset. And if you're struggling with changing or modifying your lifestyle, it's probably because you're struggling with changing and modifying your mindset. Ooh, that's a mic drop. Did anybody just catch that? Let me say it again just in case you missed the memo. If you are struggling with changing and modifying your lifestyle, it's probably because you're struggling with changing or modifying your mindset, because your lifestyle is a result of your mindset. And so I really want you to take some time today, and I want you to make a list. Now, I'm using the principle of 3, but there may be 10 things that you want to achieve in business and in your finances within the next 6 to 7 months of this year. But however many things you write down that you want to achieve, here's my challenge to you. Be equal with how many roadblocks you have in your way. So don't just write down, oh, I want to do these 10 things. I want to be out of debt. I want to have $100,000 in the bank. I want to hire my kids. I want to be full-time in business. I want to start a charity. I want to open up a transitional home. All these 10 things that are centered around business, finance, and economics. But then over here on the roadblocks, all you got is the devil. My only roadblocks is the enemy or my haters. No, dog. No, boo. You got to do better than that. My roadblocks are me, my mindset, my lifestyle, my habits, my lack of information, the people that I'm around. I got to get in proximity to better people. I got to change my environment. Hey, guess what? For some of you, where you living at is your roadblock. Where you live at is your roadblock. You got to be willing to move. You got to be willing to move. And guess what? Some of you, ooh, I just felt that in the spirit right there. I'm telling you, some of you got to be willing to stay where you at. Because you're trying to move into something that doesn't match your behavior. So it's like you're in an apartment and you're trying to go buy a house. Or you're in a 8-year-old car and you're trying to go get a 2022. So you're finna go get back in debt for another 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not counting up you're not doing the math. That extra money should be going towards your business. Because your business got to eat. Or at least it should be going into a storage account, a savings account, somewhere that it can sit while you build it up enough to have the freedom and the flexibility and the security and the sustainability to transition into full-time business or to transition into increasing your income by finding new income streams or to transitioning into relocating. These are the things that you have to do. So I want you to take a look at your results, at least 3. I'm using the principle of 3, but it could be 13. All I'm challenging you to do is when you write down the list of your results, things that you want to achieve. You got a question? Oh, I want you to equally write down a list of roadblocks and be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is honesty. Being able to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I'm my biggest problem. I'm stopping my business from growing. I'm stopping my credit from getting better. I'm stopping my savings from increasing. I'm stopping opportunities for my family. I'm the one that's doing it. How am I doing it? Because I'm not changing. My mindset is the same. I'm thinking like an employee and I'm around here trying to be a boss. I'm just a boss on paper, but I'm not a boss in reality because I'm not changing the information I'm getting. I'm not changing the people that I'm around. I gotta do better. Now, here is the offer that I wanted to make at the back end of this, because many of you are listening to me. You know you're stuck in business. You know you're stuck in your head. Some of you not necessarily stuck. You just ripping and running and you're all over the place. And we want to bring that in. And so today, I just opened the door of opportunity for a short window to provide free consultations to anyone who reaches out to us today and schedules a free consultation. I'm willing to provide a free business consultation where we can identify some results that you want to achieve. We can identify with some roadblocks that you're having. I will provide for you a business assessment, meaning that I will help you flesh that out, filter that, and to come up with some type of game plan on what you can actually do to move forward so that you can eliminate or at least minimize your roadblocks and maximize your results. If you would like to receive a free business consultation, all right, there's no obligation with it. I just want to provide that for a few people because I'm just feeling good. Last week, I was gone all week. I was in Miami. In my head, I have already purchased me a waterfront property. In my head, I have already purchased me a yacht. In my head, I done already moved to Miami Beach. I've been saying that all weekend, like I'm moving. I'm going to Miami. I had that good of a time down there, but I just feel good and I want to do something good for some people. So if you would like to receive a free business consultation today, it ain't gonna be available tomorrow. It's today. You got to at least call today and schedule it so that my personal assistant can put you on our calendar. All you have to do is what? Text consulting. Mm-hmm. Is it consulting?
Consulting. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not consulting.
What?
Consulting.
I don't know what
That's what you said.
Wow, I'm man.
Consulting.
I'm goofy. Let me see what I asked.
Did you say that? Yeah. No, you did say
Consultation.
consultation.
Okay, text consultation.
You got me goofy.
Yeah, we both goofy.
No, Dad, you got me.
Yeah, I got you goofy today. If you would like to receive a free business consultation, I want you to text the word consultation to 404-478-7213. Text the word consultation to 404-478-7213. Now, if you're already a part of our coaching program or you're one of our Blueprint Game Plan purchasers, most likely you've had free consultations more than once. But I want to provide this for those of you who just may have never had an opportunity to even speak with a professional business consultant or coach. And I want you to just at least have the experience and get a feel of what exactly is it like to be able to have someone who has the competency and the skill set and the expertise to peek into what your goals are, what your dreams are, or what the ideas and concepts are that are floating around in your head, and how can you actually take those things, bring them out into a context of a business system, package them, price them, and introduce them to the market. I just want to take you through that process at least once and give you that opportunity, because I know it'll change your life. I'm one of those people that I don't mind giving people fish. Okay? I love giving people fish. This is just a figure of speech. I love giving people fish. But I equally, probably even more, love to teach people how to fish, so that while I give you a fish and you're eating the fish while I teach you how to fish, then when I see you again, guess what happens? You're like, hey, Ramon, you want a fish? And I'm like, oh yeah, let me get a fish sandwich. And you give me a fish sandwich, and you got a whole tribe of people behind you that you have given fish, and while they ate the fish, you taught them how to fish because it was given to you. In other words, you paid it forward. So that's what I want to do. Only today, I'm just providing that opportunity because I'm feeling good. This is our 2-month window into our 1-year business coaching program. We have 30 people that signed up. I honestly thought initially that we're gonna sign 10 people up, and once we signed 10 people up, we was gonna close it, and we were just gonna work on these 10 individuals who were part of this 1-year business coaching program. 10 has turned into 30. And so I want to do something good for my tribe and for my community. If you would like to receive that free business consultation from your boy, I ain't talking about from a video. I'm not talking about from, like a hologram. I'm not talking about some virtual walkthrough. I'm talking about me and you having a one-on-one, and I'm providing that business consultation for you. All you have to do is text the word consultation to 404-478-7213. And make sure if you do, you got them questions ready if you got any questions, because I want to provide as much value as I possibly can. We are just so humbled and honored to have you as our extended family support us every Monday through Friday on the Ramon Preston Show. We're so humbled and honored to have you as our extended family to help us continue to help others. We just got an email with a badge from one of the platforms that we work through, saying that we just crossed 150,000 views on YouTube. We have over 3,400 subscribers on YouTube. So shout out to all of our YouTube family. Thank you so much for supporting, for continuing to give us feedback, for continuing to ask questions, and for continuing to just spread the message of business and financial deliverance and breakthrough that we're introducing to our tribe and to our community. We have a few thousand people on Facebook and on Instagram. I think we have over 6,000 or 7,000 people on IG, many of whom continue to follow us, engage, and support what we're doing, especially in this season of business and financial breakthrough that we're introducing. So thank all of you so much. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the tags. We just thank you. We appreciate you. And for those of you that would like to get in on this free business consultation, again, all the information is in the comments, but feel free to text consultation to 404-478-7213. Now, before I go, I've got one more important announcement. If you are a part of our Blueprint game plan, I'm really trying to reach out to everybody that has purchased our Blueprint game plans. There are some major changes we're going to be making with our Blueprint game plan, which is the signature business and financial program that we have on our university platform. If you are a Blueprint game plan member, or if you are a part of our business coaching program, this month, June, we're going to be hosting 2 VIP workshops. These VIP workshops are not a part of those programs, but they are complementary to those programs, which means if you're in the process of starting or structuring or scaling your holding company, your business enterprise, your ministry organization, or just your financial life and your income streams, we have 2 VIP workshops that we're going to be hosting this month. They are critical. They are vital to your success in business and financing. Yes, there is a small fee associated to it, but we are offering a 65% discount with the code VIP 2021. So this information is in the comments, but if you go to RamonPreston.com/event, RamonPreston.com/event, on Saturday, June the 12th, from 12 to 4, there's going to be a 4-hour VIP workshop on the power of QuickBooks, accounting, tax strategies, and financial literacy that I am hosting here in person. You can also attend it virtually, but you have to register. You go to RamonPreston.com/event or click the link that you see in the comments for the VIP workshop. When you click on the workshop, all you have to do is put the discount code VIP 2021, and it's going to take 65% off. Your total is probably going to be what, $69.99 that you're paying for a $250 workshop. So it's going to be worth it because we get into the nuts and bolts, into the tactics of how do you start your QuickBooks account? How do you integrate it into your other systems? How do you provide top-notch executive income and expense tracking? How do you maximize tax strategies? How do you implement certain accounting components into your business? It's going to be a game changer because listen, starting a business is easy when it comes to just filing paperwork. But once you file the paperwork, how do you run the business? Running the business is about systems. And one of the most important systems is a financial accounting system. So I want to show you the strategies that I have utilized in my own organization across every division of our organization. We utilize these same strategies. So June the 12th, that's a Saturday from 12 to 4. That's going to be VIP workshop number 1. And then June the 26th, 2 weeks after that one on a Saturday, that's the 4th Saturday of the month, we're going to be hosting a VIP workshop on starting and structuring holding companies. So in this VIP workshop, I'm going to be teaching you tactical strategies on how to run the day-to-day operations of a holding company, meaning that if you started a holding company, you have your LLC, now you're building out divisions. You may even be building out subsidiaries. I want to show you how to manage the day-to-day operations of those different divisions and entities, and how do you utilize several business systems into it: financial systems, marketing systems, sales systems, executive systems, operational, administrative, logistical systems. All those systems have to be integrated into all of them so that there's a symbiotic flow among all of your divisions and subsidiaries. So these 2 VIP workshops are critical to you, especially if you are already a part of our business coaching program. You should be a part of those VIP workshops, and the costs associated to it are $69 once you put the VIP 2021 discount code in. You're going to get 65% off. You can't beat it. You can come in person for 4 hours, or you can go virtual for 4 hours. We're going to give you some refreshments while you're here. We always feed you good. And we're going to give you an entire workbook that you can use and walk through with us. And guess what? You're going to have me and my team and my squad working with you hand in hand to make sure that you're able to not just implement these strategies, but integrate them into your business system. So please click the links that are in the comments, reach out to us. And if you still need more information because I haven't done my due diligence to provide enough, feel free to just reach out to me today, and we'll be more than happy to give you whatever information you need, answer any questions that you need. That's what we're here for. Ramon Preston Enterprises and all of our divisions and subsidiaries are built to help you start, structure, and scale your businesses, ministries, income streams, and wealth building dreams. I love y'all. See you tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon.